IELTS Life Skills A1 Spouse Visa Test.
Hello everyone, this is Angelina. I'm an IELTS coach and a language trainer, and I welcome you back to the series of lessons for the preparation of IELTS A1 Life Skills Speaking Test. There are 40 important topics. If you prepare those topics, your success is guaranteed. But there are some additional topics that have recently appeared in the exam. You must prepare those to secure your success. Our topic for today is countryside. It is an important topic, so we'll talk about the questions first. Do you like countryside? Have you ever visited the countryside? Have you ever lived in the countryside? What do you like about the countryside? What do you dislike about the countryside? What do people do in the countryside? What is the job of people in the countryside? Or what type of work do people do in the countryside? How do people travel in the countryside? What do people eat in the countryside? What types of houses do people have in the countryside? Do people in the countryside have good medical facilities? Do people in the countryside have good schools? Do you think there are good roads and traffic jams in the countryside? Do you think there are supermarkets in the countryside? Do you think there are banks in the countryside? Do you think there is less pollution in the countryside? How do you think countrysides are different from the cities? Let's answer these questions. Before we answer these questions, you must know what is a countryside. A countryside looks more like a village, right? There's a lot of greenery, a lot of farms, and a lot of fields. Cities are different and populated. This is how a city looks, and this is how a countryside or a village looks. Now, let's move to the answers. Do you like countryside? Yes, I love countryside. It is difficult for me to live in the countryside, but I like the fact that there is fresh air, fresh food, and people are very friendly in the countryside. People are also very simple in the countryside. Have you ever visited a countryside? So if you're living in a city, you can say, yes, I have visited a countryside, or you can say, no, I have never visited a countryside. If you are living in the countryside, then you can say that I live in a village or I live in the countryside. Have you ever lived in the countryside? If you live in a village or in the countryside, you can say, yes, I've been living in the countryside for 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years. Or you can say, I can never imagine living in the countryside because I live in the city and I like the life in the city. What do you like about the countryside? There are many things that I like about the countryside. There is less pollution in the countryside. The air is fresher. The food is fresher. The vegetables, milk, yogurt, and most importantly, water is fresh too in the countryside, as the water is not very polluted. It is drinkable. What do you dislike about countryside? There are many things that I don't like about the countryside. There are not good schools in the countryside. There are not many jobs available in the countryside. There are not good medical facilities available in the countryside. There is no good road system in the countryside. Public transport is not available in the countryside. People do not have big stores in the countryside. People don't have a lot of technology in the countryside. These are the things that I don't like about the countryside. How do people travel in the countryside? As people do not have a good transport system in the countryside, people normally travel by bicycles or motorbikes. Very few people have carriages or vans. Sometimes people also have trucks in the countryside, and this is how people travel. Moreover, some people travel by carts. There are donkey carts or carts pulled by the bulls. We call them carriages. And some carts pulled by the horses, which are also called horse carriages. What kinds of houses do people like to live in the countryside? Or what types of houses do people have in the countryside? In the countryside, people have houses which are made up of mud, wood, bricks. Normally, people have huts in the countryside. This is how a hut looks like. What do people like to wear in the countryside? In the countryside, people like to wear simple clothes. Do people have friendly relationships with their neighbors in the countryside? Yes, people are very helpful and they have great relationships with their neighbors in the countryside. What do people do in the countryside? Or what types of jobs are available in the countryside? Or what type of work do people do in the countryside? People normally do farming in the countryside. The main occupation, profession, or work of the people is farming. Farming. Are there any good schools in the countryside? No, there are not many good schools in the countryside. Normally, in the countryside or in the villages, the schools are only for the preliminary education that is called the primary education. Do you think there are good medical facilities in the countryside? No, there are not at all good medical facilities available in the countryside. People die because of disease and they have to travel to cities in big hospitals for the treatment of the diseases. Do you think there are traffic jams in the countryside? No, I don't think so. There are traffic jams in the countryside because people don't have a lot of vehicles or a lot of cars, right? And this is impossible to have a traffic jam in the countryside. The roads are absolutely empty. Most of the times, the roads are unpaved. Unpaved roads look kind of like this. What is the difference between the countryside and a city? Countryside and the city, they are two different places. Cities have a lot of facilities: transport, food, supermarkets, schools, colleges, universities, hospitals, airports, police stations, and many more. But in the countryside, people are very simple and they do not have a lot of facilities. The air is very clean, the food is very fresh. There are many fields and animals in the countryside. But they have to go to the cities for good education, for good medical treatment, and for better jobs. Would you ever prefer to live in the countryside? No, because I live in a city. I would not prefer to live in the countryside. I can travel to the countryside for 1 or 2 days as a picnic or as a holiday, but I cannot imagine to spend my life in the countryside. Here's an important topic that appeared in the exam recently. It is favorite clothing. It is an important topic, so we'll talk about the questions first. Do you like to buy clothes? What kind of clothes do you like to wear? Or, what kind of clothes do you like to wear? Wear, both pronunciations exist. Do you like to wear Eastern clothes? Do you like to wear Western clothes? Do you like to wear formal clothes? Do you like to wear casual clothes? Do you like to wear branded clothes? Do you like to wear fashionable clothes? Then you can ask more questions in detail. Do you like to wear jeans? Do you like to wear t-shirts? Do you like to wear hats? Do you like to wear caps? Do you like to wear trousers? Do you like to wear jackets? Do you like to wear scarves? Do you like to wear hoodies? You can ask any questions. Socks are also a part of clothing. Do you like to wear socks? How often do you wear your favorite clothes? With who do you like to buy your favorite clothes? Do you like to buy favorite clothing of your family? Do you like to gift clothes to someone? What type of clothes do you like to wear in winters? What kind of clothes do you like to wear in summers? What kind of clothes do you like to wear on weddings? What kinds of clothes do you like to wear on festivals? What kinds of clothes do you like to wear on birthday parties? So there are many questions that you can ask about clothes. Let's try to talk about the answers now. Do you like clothes or do you like buying clothes? Yes, I love to wear new dresses and I love to buy clothes. Whenever I get free time, I go shopping and I buy casual clothes, Eastern clothes, even formal clothes. I love to buy clothes. This is my favorite fun activity and my favorite free time activity. I try to save up money to buy clothes every month. What kinds of clothes do you like to wear? I like to wear casual clothes which are comfortable and loose. I don't really like very tight clothes that hug my body. I don't feel comfortable. I like to wear very light colors. And I also like to wear very soft fabric. The quality of the clothes should be soft. I feel really irritated if the cloth is having an unfit quality. Do you like Western clothes? Yes, I like Western clothes. I like to wear jeans, pants, t-shirts, dresses, skirts. Or you can say, no, I don't like to wear Western clothes. They're not my favorite and they don't really suit me, so I don't like to wear Western clothes. Do you like to wear Eastern clothes or traditional clothes? If you come from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, you like to wear the Eastern dresses. So you can say that I like to wear the Eastern clothing, or I like to wear the Eastern clothes. I like to wear traditional clothes on weddings, and even at home, I feel comfortable in the traditional Eastern clothes of my own culture and country. Do you like to wear formal clothes? Yes, I like to wear formal clothes on different occasions like wedding parties, birthday parties, a suit, or maybe a sari, or maybe, something formal that is shimmery, shiny, glamorous, fit for an occasion, fit for a party. So, do you like to wear casual clothes? Yes, I like to wear casual clothes at home, like a loose t shirt or maybe my PJs or pajamas. I love to wear them at home, and whenever I go outside with my friends, I like to wear just a casual jeans and a shirt, or maybe a casual salwar kurta or anything like that. I don't like to wear formal clothes when I hang out with my friends. I only like to wear formal clothes when I go to weddings or birthday parties or any other event. Do you like fashionable clothes? Well, I don't think so. I'm very fashionable, but I love to wear something trendy. Like if long sleeves are trending and long sleeves are trendy and long sleeves are in fashion, I would love to wear long sleeves. So I think I like to wear fashionable clothes, but I don't follow fashion blindly, that anything I would wear that is fashionable. I like to wear clothes which are comfortable for me and I could carry them easily. Do you like to wear branded clothes? Yes, I like to wear branded clothes, but branded clothes could be very expensive sometimes. And just because of that, I also like to buy clothes from local street markets or street markets, because I think that clothes are available there on cheaper rates and the quality is good as well. Sometimes I like to buy branded clothes, sometimes I like to buy clothes from street markets or local markets. What kinds of clothes do you like to wear in winter? I like to wear heavy and warm clothes in winter, like jacket, socks, mittens. Mittens are also called gloves, caps, and I also like to wear sweaters, cardigans, and I really like to dress up in winter in heavy clothes. It's very cozy. Cozy means very comfortable and soft. What kinds of clothes do you like to wear in summer? In summer, I like to wear light clothes, breezy clothes, in which the air can pass easily. I like to wear bright colors in summer, and I also like to wear thin clothes in summer. I like to wear very loose clothing in summers, as there's a lot of sweat, so you cannot wear anything that is too tight or thickly woven. Thickly woven, as in like the fabric is thick. You need to wear a fabric that is very thin, right? That in which you could breathe and the fabric is breezy, the air could pass easily. What kinds of clothes do people like to wear in your country? In my country, people like to wear a mix of Western and Eastern clothing. On different occasions, they wear Western clothing, and sometimes they like to wear Eastern clothing. So it's always a mix of Western and Eastern clothing. Some people prefer traditional clothes like cultural clothes, but on the other hand, young generation, young people, they like to wear Western clothes and they also follow trends of the West. Which is your favorite clothing brand? There are many clothing brands available in all countries. You can go for a local brand or you can go for an international brand. Like you can go for, my favorite clothing brand is Khadi, that's a local brand in Pakistan, and or you may go with, my favorite clothing brand is Urban Outfitters. It is an international brand, and there are many other brands too. You can take name of any of your favorite clothing brand. Do you like to gift clothes to people on their birthdays? I love to buy clothes for my loved ones, for boys and for girls both. Do you like to wear jeans? I don't like to wear jeans all the time, but sometimes when I'm going outside with my friends or if I'm traveling, I think jeans is all right. When I go hiking or climbing, I like to wear a jeans, but normally I don't like to wear a jeans. Like casually at home, I don't like to wear a jeans. Do you like to wear caps or hats? You can say I like to wear hats or caps, or you can say no, I don't like to wear hats or caps. Like normally girls or females, they don't like to wear hats or caps until or unless it is very sunny, because they have long hair and they do not like to cover their hair because it gets very sweaty. I think men like to wear hats and caps to save themselves from the sun, and also they wear hats and caps for fashion. Do you like to wear bright colors? No, I don't like to wear very bright colors. I think very light colors complement my skin, and I like to wear light colors like light pink, light blue, light purple, light peach, and also white and grays. These are all my favorite colors. Whenever I buy new clothes, I prefer to buy my clothes in these colors. Do you think that buying clothes excessively is a waste of money, or buying a lot of clothes is a waste of money? People have so many clothes in their wardrobe or in their cupboards, but still they keep on buying new clothes because they don't want to repeat their dress. So, do you think it is a waste of money? People should change this habit. Do you think so? Yes, I believe that buying something a lot or overdoing something is really bad. If you really have clothes, it's really good to repeat those clothes and give the rest of the clothes to charity, like poor people who cannot afford new clothes. But it is important not to stock the clothes and not wear them. You should always keep your wardrobe in cycle where you wear new clothes and you give your old clothes in charity. But you should not buy clothes excessively. It's a waste of money. Well, I hope you learned something from this lesson. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It would be a great help for the channel. Thank you for watching.